everybody. Oh, I seem to be a bit down in the screen there. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, hi everybody. Good to see you. No, it seems to be. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but never mind. We should just carry on regardless. Hi everybody. Phone is acting up. My phone is acting up. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. It's taken now to start acting up for some reason. But I'm just gonna leave it like that and just carry on regardless. And get my producer to straighten me up. Okay, right. All right then. So hi everybody. Welcome to the Real Talk Show with me, Si. And today is the 9th of September, I do believe. Now, today I'm going to talk a bit about the Woman to Woman Conference. And I just want to, first of all, give God thanks and praise for all that he's done, all that he's doing, and all that he's going to do. I have to ask you to please bear in mind a friend of mine, whose friend's name is D. His initial is D. And he needs prayer because he's under a great spiritual attack, thinking of committing suicide and all of this stuff. And me and my friend was in deep prayer a couple of nights ago. And then I came under spiritual attack with a great heavy lethargy. And I just give God thanks and praise. I'm starting to feel a bit more sprightly now. But yeah, if you could pray for D, for him, that he will endure through this attack and come out on the other side, because he's got a great ministry. Now, also, I need to ask for prayer for a sister of mine, a church sister of mine, Sister Joan Hall, who went in for an operation today. And please just pray for a quick healing process, and that should be back on her feet as soon as possible. Also praying for a husband who lost his sister not so long ago, and and the whole family needs prayer. Praying for Brother Conrad Gale, who is in the choir, Be Positive. Now, his mom has just died. I think it was on Saturday or Sunday. So him and his wife Sarah, they obviously need prayer, and his family. Please uphold them in prayer, because it's a terrible thing when you lose your mom and your dad, because then there's no one above you now. You're the one that's above. You're the one in authority now. You can't run to mommy and you can't run to daddy anymore. It's a horrible feeling. But I know some of you know exactly how this feels, because some of you have lost both parents. Some of you have lost just the one parent. But whichever, it isn't nice. I know what it feels, because I've lost both my parents now. So that's Brother Conrad Gale, who's from the Be Positive choir that was on Britain's Got Talent, I think it was. Yeah, Britain's Got Talent, and they did exceptionally well. They've been all over the country, and they're doing marvelously well. Please pray for Brother Clive McCooty, who's still unwell with sepsis, which has been going on for about a year and a half now. Slowly getting better, but I don't believe he's back at work yet. So he's been off work for a good year and a half. And for Mother McCalla, who has lost 3 members of her family, very close members actually. Her husband, her eldest son, and her eldest daughter have all gone in the space of about 1.5 to 2 years. And the last one was only a few months ago. So please bear them up in prayer. And the rest of the family, his brothers and her children, all her children. Also, please pray for Pastor Hortensia Gordon Wallace, who hasn't been feeling well recently. Kind of tired and stuff, and she's got so much that she's doing. Got a great ministry with Tia and Ches, and she just not too long ago finished her women's conference online herself, and she does need prayer because she's got a lot on, and she's got a lot on for the future, and she's on the YouTube and Facebook every single week. I think twice a week it could be. Now and also pray for her son, brother Jonty, who's psalmist extraordinaire. I saw him now. I'm going to now. I've just left my glasses. You know what? No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to, Lord, let me be able to see this screen because I don't want to go and get my glasses out. Debbie. Oh my goodness, Debbie. Please contact us, Debbie, because I have a book for you that's bringing its way to you. Yeah, you're saying, I think that is hello, Si. I've misplaced my mum's magnifying glass as well. She would not be amused with me if she was still alive. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for that. I was trying to remember who else it was. Pastor Tensia Gordon Wallace. So those are the people that I'm asking you for prayer for, and also for myself and my friend Dee. There's two D's that I'm asking prayer for actually. Friends of mine, both initials D. Now, okay, praise the Lord. It's raining over here. So what should we use that for? Let's just bring a little light into the room. And it's starting to get really dark nowadays over here. So, we give God thanks and praise. And I think, where did she get that from? Yes, it's one of my little treasures. That's what it is, one of my little treasures. Now, we won't be having any guests on this week, and I purposed that because I wanted to talk to you this week about the Woman to Woman Conference, which is happening next week, Saturday. That's next week, Saturday. That's the 18th of September at 10:30 till 2:30. Only 4 hours of your time. 4 hours of your time. We used to. Oh, thank you, Rob. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. I can see it on the screen. Oh, put it back up, please. Put it back up. Oh, thank you. All right then. So we have it's going to be live on Facebook and on YouTube. So I'm looking at it on my tablet here, and the whole theme and premise of the Woman to Woman Conference is outer beauty from inner strength. Now the conference theme title this year is change, and there's a change that has to come from deep within, and the Lord is always able. He's more than able. He really is more than able. So on the e-flyer right now, how to go from left to right, we have the beautiful Dee Shy, the gospel rapper, who is an award-winning gospel rapper, not only in the UK, but also over in America. She's won awards in America for her rapping. Bless the Lord. That's just so awesome. And then that she's on my right, but she's on the left of the screen. Then on my left shoulder, we have the beautiful Annette B. And she's the station owner. She has been doing so many things. On last week, Saturday, she had the GX Awards ceremony in Wolverhampton, and it was a marvelous evening. I believe you can catch it on the YouTube. I think it's on. Yeah, I think it's you can catch it on the YouTube because I was watching a bit of it a couple of nights ago, and she has got so much more planned. It's absolutely amazing. God is really blessing Annette B for the heart that she has and the determination she has, coupled with her husband, Justin. I mean, that man, I I just don't even know what to say about him. He's absolutely fantastic. He supports her in everything that she does. You know, I never see him pulling a face or being angry, you know, with what's going on around him, surroundings. You know, on Saturday I was able to get to the award ceremony. I was very, very late. I think I just got about caught the last 45 minutes hour, because I wasn't feeling well, and but I got there by the grace of God and my daughter, who's also one of my carers, and it was an absolutely fantastic venue, the Starworks on Frederick Street in Wolverhampton. And I saw Justin just working like a trooper, you know, behind the scenes. Absolutely amazing man. And, you know, he really does support her, and she needs that support because the Lord has got a lot for Annette to complete, and I believe that she will complete it because she is very, very determined woman, absolutely determined that she is going to finish her race, finish that course, and then she is going to go to the Lord empty because she has done everything that she was supposed to do, you know, and that's a wonderful and marvelous attitude to have in the kingdom, you know. Some people, they start things but they never finish it, and but no, not for her, you know. As she's doing one thing, because she is so on point in doing these things for the Lord, he gives her more to do. You know what, that reminds, keep the e-flyer up there please, Rob. That reminds me of the parable of the master who went away on a long journey, but before he went, he gave one of his servants 1 talent. He gave another, I believe it was 2, and he gave another, I believe it was 5. Now the ones with the 5 talents and the 2 talents, they put their talents to work. A talent didn't mean, you know, your giftings as a whatever. I think it was money in the Israelite days. Now they put their money to work, but the one with the 1 talent, he took that 1 talent and he buried it. I don't know, it doesn't say whether he was scared, or you know what really was going on truly in his heart. It doesn't say at the beginning, but when the master came, and he came for a reckoning now to tally up what was going on, the one with the 5 talents had doubled it and had 10 talents. The one with the 2 talents had more than doubled it, and I believe he had 5 talents. But the one with the 1 talent, as I said, he buried his in the dirt. And when the master asked him, well, why did he do that? He said something along the lines that, I know that my master is a hard master, a hard taskmaster, looking for what he hasn't, you know, he hasn't put down, something like that, you know, kind of insulting in a way. And the master said, well, if you knew that that's how I was, why didn't you at least put my money into a bank? You know, could have earned interest or something. And he said he was a wicked servant. And so therefore, even if you think that you have just 1 talent, you know, put it to work, do something with it, whether you can dance, whether you can type, whether you can write poems, whether you're a tailor, dressmaker, whether you're an author, whatever your talent is, put it to good use for the kingdom, because you never know what the Lord will do with it. And, you know, once you have put that thing into good use, it brings such rewards, not just for yourself, because, you know, the Lord is so masterful in the way that he, oh yes, good evening to you, Isha. I see your shout out. Sorry, I didn't read it out before. I just said about an author. This lady here, she was a nominee for the spoken word at the GX Awards, actually. You know, fantastic. She has spoken for me at previous women to women conferences, and she's been absolutely awesome. Now leave the flyer up, please, because it's reminding me. So thank you for the shout out, Isha. You know, I appreciate that, and hope you enjoyed the show. Now some of Isha's poems will be read out at the conference, and we should be handing out a book to someone as a gift. I'm not sure what we're going to, what the question is going to be, but right now. But anyway, we should be handing out one of Isha's books, and you will absolutely love it. It's an amazing book. But going back to the talents now, you put your talents to good use. Whether you think your talent isn't as great as, say, a bishop or an archbishop or a pastor, an elder, a deacon, a singer, a musician, because those seem to be what people would call the glamorous talents or giftings, and prophets and apostles. They seem to be so glamorous because they're in the Bible. But what I would say to you is, the gift that the Lord gives to you is the perfect gift for you. And so therefore, give him back more than what he has placed in you, because he gives you the capacity to promote and prosper in that gifting, to wherein others will be so blessed with what you do. I mean, I've seen tailors and seamstresses who make the most wonderful garments, that can reduce people to tears. So never degrade your talent, your gift from the Lord. Do your best with it and let it shine. Don't hide it under a bushel. I feel very led to say that. I don't know who needs to hear that, but please, I implore you, do not hide your gifting under a bushel. Really work that gifting and see what the Lord will do with it, because he is the master miracle worker. Our Lord God is. Now, yeah, you can take that down now. That's the women's conference that's coming up next week, Saturday. I've got a young lady that's going to be coming on next week to give a testimony, a very deep testimony, and it's a lady named Sharon Hall. I worked with Sharon many years ago. Hello?
Yeah, who's the lady at the end?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Producer, thank you. Right, now this is so disgusting. This is disgusting of me. I need to slap on the hand. There we go. That lady at the end is my granddaughter, no less. That is Gabrielle Dyer, who I interviewed last week, Thursday. So you should be able to go on YouTube and find her, Gabrielle Dyer. And she's a young lady that's going to be speaking. Now, she's going to be speaking on right choices, because she has made some very good choices in her life, even at a young age. And, that's gave her very good success. So this will be her first speaking engagement. So, I pray for her that she does do well and she reaches hearts and minds out there in the populace. Annette B will be speaking on self-control. She did burst out laughing when I asked her, but it so happens to be the absolute right topic for her, especially recent things that has transpired. But I'll let her tell you more about that next week. Obviously, that's me in the middle. And then Disha is going to be speaking on forgiveness, and I'll let her elaborate on that, really. For myself, I would say forgiveness is a component in our life that is so necessary that when the disciples asked the Lord, how do we pray? He placed it within the Lord's Prayer. And he did say, forgive us of our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. Now, in the whole of the Lord's Prayer, I don't believe the Lord mentioned bitterness or resentment or, anything else, grace, mercy. No, they weren't mentioned. Obviously they're very important, but what he said was forgiveness. So that's telling me it behooves us, to forgive others, even without, I'm sorry. A lot of people do you wrong. They do. I've had a lot of people do me egregious amounts of wrongs. But the Lord has shown me that I had to forgive them, because how can I come to him and asking him for forgiveness for all the things that I've done wrong without forgiving others, and it has been very difficult, but I've had to learn to forgive people quite close to me, who have hurt me terribly, and just get on with things, move on with it, don't hold on to this stuff because it just eats away at you. And I find that when you just let it go, I used to have a friend at work who used to just say, just let it go, and you find that after a while you find yourself feeling much, much lighter. Anyway, I'm digressing. This young lady, Sharon Hall, her name is. No, Sharon Dickens, sorry. Sharon Dickens. This young lady was a young lady that the Job Centre Plus had sent to the company that I worked with. And I was the admin training manager and office manager at the time. And I had to train up to 12 youngsters. They're up to the age of, I think it was 20, 25, something like that, to become administrators. And she was one young lady that was sent in. And one day she told me a little bit about her story. So, I'm going to just open up. This is an old woman to woman booklet. This is from the year of 2008. And Sharon came to visit me recently, and she bought the book, which she had kept. And I mean, it's in fantastic condition, that she'd kept since that. I put her on the cover because I was amazed at what she'd gone through. But I should read a little excerpt from it for you. I was 18 years old when I met a man I thought I would share a happy life with. We did have a good life until he was sent to prison in 2002. Not long after his release in 2004, I noticed a change in him. He became aggressive and very controlling. I stayed with him hoping, this is one of the things that women do, oh my goodness. We just hope above hope that our men will change. And we'd rather stick with him. It's a bit like, I know it's a terrible thing to say, but a better the devil you know kind of situation. And she stayed with him even though he was very controlling and hoping that things would get better. But they never did. And they never do usually, in fact, they usually get worse, to the detriment of the person who is the recipient of the aggression and controlling behavior. Now, it only got worse. I was beaten up repeatedly and kept away from family and friends. Right, okay. All right, I've got two screens I'm reading from, and the tablet. It's a good job that I've got the iPad there, because I can see that now. It's from Isha, my poet friend, spoken word, beautiful lady. I still have all my women to women booklets. Have you now? We're going to have you back on, and we'll have to go through them. See who was on the covers of them. Bless the Lord. I know you was one of our starlets on the cover, Isha, and that was a beautiful photo. So we'll if I'd have thought about it, I would have. I still got the photo. I would have sent it over to the producer and asked him to put it in. But never mind. Thank you. Oh, I've got another shout out. It's from a Maureen Farrell, and she says, "God bless you." God bless you too, Maureen. Thank you so very much for coming on the show and giving me a shout out while I'm here all by my lonesome. having to work these things by myself. But Robbie's working it remotely, so I can't tell him off because he's not sitting beside me. You know, I do miss him. But thank you very much. Oh, we got another shout out from Donna Moore Miles. It says, "Hey fam." Well, hey fam to you too. Oh my goodness. I wish the picture had burned up a bit more. But bless the Lord. Oh, okay. Bria Miles. Thanks. Yes. Hi, how are you, sweets? You know, that's the way I am. I talk to pictures thinking they're going to talk back to me. What's that about? Yeah, but that's just one of my foibles. God bless you, Bria. I hope you're doing well. Oh, and we have a Nadine Valentine. Hi, Si. More blessings, woman of God. Yes, get on things. Get on things. Oh, yeah. We're going to get on some things I can tell you next week, Saturday. So I hope you're going to be there, Nadine. You know, Nadine I met on Saturday at the awards. Even though I was late, you know, this is me. I jump from thing to thing, and I hope you can jump with me because it's something that I've known to do all my life. And if you're not a jumper, you're going to get lost. But anyway, I must digress. I shall come back to Nadine. Let me just finish off. I'm trying to learn to, you know, be my trajectory, keeping the right trajectory and stop going off course. But, you know, so let me just finish this. I was beaten up repeatedly and kept away from family and friends. This is a testimony of Sharon Dickens. I started to feel really low and depressed with no one to talk to. One night he beat me up again, only this time he also stabbed me. Yes, you heard me aright. Stabbed me. That was the breaking point for me. With the help of the police, I was rehoused back near to my family. However, I was still living in fear that he might find me. Eventually he did, and the harassment continued. And I'm going to leave it at that because there's much more that she's written, and since then there's much more that she has done since then. She's doing, to be honest, she's doing extremely well right now. The Lord is so very good, so very good. It's amazing. She came to visit me the other day, and I was, you know, I was just so thankful to God for the things that, I mean, the great things. The song said the great things He has done. So loving the world that He gave us His Son. You know, He's an amazing God. That is Sharon Dickens. Now, Nadine Valentine. Oh my goodness. I wish we had the song to play for you. I'm going to ask Nadine if she will attend the conference and sing for us, because I just absolutely love her voice. Absolutely love her voice. And she was a nominee at the award ceremony and a winner of an award. Which was great. And afterwards she came in, she gave me a prophecy. She is a pastor. And you know what I love about her? She doesn't lead with Pastor Nadine. Some people insist that you call them by their titles. I don't really know what that's about. I don't really know what that's about. But Nadine, and I shall say Pastor Nadine, she gave me marvelous prophecies, and using the very words the Lord had told me over the years, because the Lord talks to me a lot of the times with the one word, like change, you know, which is the title of the conference. And she was speaking to me, and as she was speaking to me and telling me what the Lord was going to do, she was using the words that the Lord had used. And so I knew that the Lord was speaking to me, and that was the reason why it was so hard for me to get over to the ceremony. And my goodness, it was worthwhile. it was that's what I should say. It was worthwhile. It was worth the struggle. And Nadine, thank you so very, very much. I really appreciate it, because she said she saw me and I was sitting in my wheelchair, and as you know, I've had the accidents, and my mobility isn't great. I was sitting in the wheelchair, and then she just came over to me and said that, you know, she's got something to say to me. The Lord said to come over and speak to me. So I do give thanks unto my Lord. He brings sunshine into my life. Oh, yes, he does. He's a good God to me, you know. Oh my goodness. I make mistakes all the time, and but he's an absolutely great God to me. Right. You're welcome, woman of God. Thank you, woman of God. You know, I really want you to come on next week, and if we can make it happen, let's make it happen. I'm going to ask Annette to give you my mobile number, and we shall converse. Yes, we shall. Right. So the Woman to Woman conference has started in 2006. The Lord gave me the pattern of this conference, and what he gave to me, I didn't see nobody else doing at the time. He showed me what he wanted me to do, and I was thinking, how am I going to do this? Because I think I'd been to one or two conferences in my life by that time. It was a way back. But he didn't want me to do it like that. And I said, how am I going to do this? I know. I'd put one concert on with the help of my manager. Well, he did most of it, to be honest, my previous manager. And then I went to the manager that I had at the time, the music manager I had at the time. His name was Beresford Dawkins. I went to him and I said, you know, I've got to put on a conference, a women's conference. And he said, well, what is it about? And I told him. I went to visit him at his home with his lovely wife, and I told them both, you know, what I had, what God had placed on my mind, and we thrashed it out together, you know. And what's this say? Nadine Valentine again. Okay, Si, thank you. Look forward to the link up. Yeah, praise the Lord. I look forward to the link up too. Woman of God, thank you so very much. Thank you. And we thrashed it out, and we made out the bare bones, and then we padded it out with the muscles and put the skin on it, and there it stood, woman to woman. And at first I was calling it women to women, but the Lord corrected me and says, no, it's woman to woman, one to one. You know, one can help change one's life, you know, and in changing one's life, that one can turn around and change 1,000 women's lives just by speaking. So I stayed with that woman to woman as he gave it to me. And we started in 2006 because I procrastinated over this thing for several years, to be honest, you know, being very disobedient and stubborn, because I was thinking, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this by myself. I thought I was going to have to do all the speaking. I thought I'd have to do all the presentations, all the workshops, everything that I was planning to do. I thought I would have to be doing it all, forgetting that there are things that are called brethren and people who I could ask, you know. But anyway, and we had it at the place called the Drum, the first one, 2006, and it was fantastic. It was fantastic. We even had stalls. There were Yana Johnson. She had opened up a beauty store inside a place like a Rackham's or a Lewis's, John Lewis's in Brixton. And everyone was marveling, how did she, as a young black woman, get a store, you know, inside this Rackham's, alongside, you know, like Revlon and Clinique and all of these, you know, MAC and all of those. big companies. You know, well, the Lord will open doors. And it says in Revelation 3 verses Revelation 3 verses 7 to 13 that he will open doors that no one can shut, and shut doors that no one can open. You know, and when the Lord opens the door, you know, you best run through it, you know, because it's open. No one's going to be able to shut it. But when he shuts the door, you can struggle and struggle for the whole of your life, and it will never open. You know, bless the Lord. So we need to know when the Lord is opening doors for us. Doors, or what some people call windows of opportunity. You know, take hold of those opportunities. And she did, and she was very successful. She even went online before I knew of other people that was going online with Amazon. You know, she's very forward thinking. She's married now and gone to America and doing very well as a marriage consultant. Now, yes, we had 3-course meal. We had speakers, the praise and worship. Everything was just it was just marvelous. And then we had stalls that selling doing the beauty. We had Pat from Concept Hair on Spencer Street in Hockley Jewelry Quarter. She's got a magnificent machine, you know, that she puts into your scalp. And if you're one of those ladies who's balding, you know, through stress or medication, she can look into your hair because it's magnified so many times and blown up, and she can see whether that hair is going to grow back or not, whether you are going to stay bald or not, you know. And then she can work with you by doing scalp scrubs and all that sort of thing. And if your hair can be brought back, she can bring back that hair. She is a hairdresser extraordinary and a teacher. And she flies around the world teaching in various countries, America and Africa, different African countries, very regular, even to now. We also had the people selling candles and clothes and shoes and handbags and everything, all the delights that women love, you know, which men have no understanding about, because they don't understand why we have to have so many pairs of shoes. You know, I don't think it's wrong that a woman has 20 pairs of shoes. I don't. You know, if she can afford it, what's the problem? You know, if you're going into hock for it, hock means if you're going into higher purchase and, you know, not being able to pay your bills, then that's a problem. But if the Lord has given you a job where you're able to afford these things, what's wrong with that? You know, I don't understand it. I don't understand some people's way of thinking. You know, Solomon was the richest man that ever lived, and nobody, even to today, is as rich as what Solomon was. And he was arrayed with the money, gold, silver, precious jewels, and the kings from around the world was bringing more and more and more and more, and it's filling up his coffers, you know. And what did he do with it? You know, he built a magnificent temple unto the Lord, magnificent temple. And before that, his daddy, King David, you know, David and Goliath fame, had amassed loads of wealth, gold and emeralds and sapphires and diamonds, and amassed so much things and materials that they needed to use, the blue cloth, the crimson cloth. And he amassed it and saved it and gave it to his son. So, you know, this is to build the temple of the Lord, because the Lord said to David, you know, I didn't ask you to build me a temple, you know, that's going to be for your son to build. And David didn't feel bad. He just felt, you know, the Lord, that you would remember me and my family to do this for you. You know, David had a marvelous heart. He really did, a marvelous heart. Even though sometimes you read in the Psalms of being saying, kill them and kill their family, Lord, because they're doing me wrong. He does make me laugh sometimes, you know. But his heart was in the right place. And remember, he's the only one I remember the Lord saying that he's a man after his own heart, you know. David run down God. And yes, he did mess up a few times, but he quickly turned to the Lord when he realized his mistake. When he didn't realize his mistake, he carried on. But when he realized his mistake, he turned to the Lord and he repented. Anyway, so There's me going again, digressing off the subject about, the reason why women love so many shoes. We just love the look of them, the feel of them, how they make us feel. I don't know what else to say. We do. I think it's a bit like men with their haircuts. When they skiffle off their hair and it looks just right. They'll go to a barber's and they'll pay money at that barber's to go to have the right haircut. And they'll say, no, I'm not going to that barber's there because they're going to their favorite barbers. So each to his own, I say, leave people alone. If you see that there's something wrong with somebody, unless the Lord specifically says to you, go to such and such a one and tell them, I said, then that's different, because the Lord's giving you something to say, and that thing will resonate with that person. It will, because the Lord speaks to people all the time. It's whether they want to listen to what he's saying, and if they don't want to listen, he will send others, or he might even send a fish. Like, what's his name? Jonah. That prophet there, he kind of makes me laugh, because he didn't feel no way in speaking to the Lord and saying, I'm not doing that, I'm off. You know what I mean? He was, and that goes to show to me, actually, the relationship that he must have had with the Lord, talking with the Lord all the time, to wherein he could just have this discourse with, to and fro between him and the Lord. And the Lord treated him so well. Yes, he died in that fish. I remember my godfather gave me a big, massive Bible. It was bigger than me when I was 9 years old. And in it showed Jonah sitting at a little writing table with a quill pen, dipping into a little ink pot. And he was writing, sitting in the belly of the whale. What nonsense! When he was down there, he was in the guts of a fish with all that acid running around in there. He must have been as white as a sheet, all his colouring gone, all the colour gone out of his skin, my goodness. He must have looked a right fright when he was washed onto the shore, and he had to go right back to the very place where the Lord said to him to go. He must have been looking a sight. And we don't want that, so best to just do as we're told. It's easier, Yes, sometimes we might dilly-dally. Let me just use that word, dilly-dally. But yeah, let's be like David and let's just do what the Lord asked us to do. And he's so gracious towards us. For myself, I dilly-dallied, and he was gracious towards me until in the end. I was on a 40-day fast when he said to me, just do it, and the way he said it, I took my fright, I did. And I had to phone up Brother Barris, as I used to call him, to tell him that, I've got to do a conference and I don't even know where to start. And Barris was holding the Well, that some of you might know, because a lot of people attended the Well. It was a very prestigious event that he held at the Drum. I believe it was once a month, and had their own host band and everything. And he gave me one of his dates, and I'll always be grateful to him for that, because I didn't know what I was doing, but I just knew that I had a vision, and Woman to Woman went on from there. So, oh my goodness, this is another winner, Keziah Job says, blessings, sis. Blessings to you. Now, Keziah was sitting at the same table as Nadine, and I didn't recognize them because I didn't have my glasses on, which I haven't got on now, so I thank I was going to say my co-producer, apart from the one that my Mr. Producer, there's a co-producer, and help, who set up my iPad for me, and my ring lights and everything. I also wouldn't be able to see who has been sending the shout outs. So the two ladies that were sitting at my table was Keziah Job and Nadine Valentine, two beautiful singers. Now, on the Thursdays after my show, the carers would come and they'd get me ready, and I would go over to the studio if I was feeling well enough. I was not feeling too up to it tonight, but if I was feeling well enough, and we go and play all the nominees for the GX Awards ceremony, and Keziah Job and Nadine Valentine, those two. Oh, I wish I had their songs that I could play for you right now. Absolutely marvelous, absolutely marvelous. So what I would say to you to do is, after my show finishes at 10 o'clock, go onto the YouTube or onto Facebook. It was the GX Ladies, and you will see one that says live, and when it says live in red, you just click onto that and listen to the show. They'll more than likely play Keziah and Nadine quite early on. Oh my goodness, I missed that. What time is it? Oh, that was about 15. There she is. Two things, but I'm just gonna hold that, please, Mr. Producer. Isha, you naughty girl, you. she's written, I have never read Pastor Jesus in the Bible. I've never read Pastor Jesus in the Bible. Quite right too. Quite right too. That has really tickled me. Yes, I think someone came up to him and called him Master. Was it Good Master? I think it was Good Master. Yes, Master or Good Master, he said. And Jesus said, there's none good except God. I think that's what he said. And he dealt with that man, because the Lord Jesus always dealt with somebody who came up to him, because he knew what was in their hearts. Marvelous. Anyway, I'm going to go to Nadine, and she says Keziah is the one who won the award, not me. So I do apologize, but I saw you get up on that stage, Nadine, and oh my goodness. My eyes, what should I say? Pray for my eyes. But you sang beautifully anyway, Nadine, blessed my soul. Yes, right. So yes, yes, we started in 2006 and we've continued on. Last year was the first year we had it online, and this year we're going to be having it online. I'm hoping that with all the COVID madness, that next year we will be able to have it back into a venue, because I do miss that repartee and that being together, one together, and the hugging and the kissing, and greeting each other. There's something about it, the atmosphere. But anyway, this year it's going to be online as well, and next week, Mr. Producer, can we run the email address? I'm sure I gave you the email address or the website along the bottom. Is it on there? Along the bottom, that people can see. If it's not on there, then we'll have to have it on next week's show, because I shall be discussing the conference with some of the speakers next week, and we'll have more information. But we are going live, but I haven't. Yes, anyway, the email address is woman and the number 2 woman.org@yahoo.com. That is woman, singular, woman, the number 2, woman to woman, .org@yahoo.com. Okay. All right. So you can email me there any requests, any especially prayer requests, any prayer requests. Oh, there we have. There we have it. There we go. woman2woman.org@yahoo.com. That is the email address for the Woman to Woman Conference. That is the email address that you need to send your contact details to register for the conference. Please. Now, in previous years, we had registration, but people could turn up on the day. You know, the Lord is so awesome. I'm giving you one of my testimonies. Where the Lord said to me that He wanted me to put this on, and I said, "Well, you know, how am I going to do this, Lord, without any money?" Because the Lord didn't place it on my heart to go to Charity Commission or anything like that. You know, to become have a charitable status or anything like that. You know, so you know, I'm going to have to work for this, Lord. You know, so I says, I need a job paying me more money. So I asked him for a figure, and I told my lovely friend D Shy, the gospel rapper, and see that girl, she's got a memory like an elephant, whereas my memory is a bit like a sieve. You know, but it's getting better, and it's gonna get even better. I'm prophesying that over myself. Whatever I told D Shy over the years since I've known her, since 1996, 97, she's not forgotten it. Oh my goodness. And she'll just tell me back what I've said, remind me, and it's like, oh my, wow. And she said, but you told me that you said that you asked the Lord for this and asked the Lord for that. And I said, did I say that? She said, yes, you said this and that. You told me that you want the Lord right in your bed, right up close and personal. You want the Lord in this Bible in your bed. That's what she said to me. And as I look back, I thought, yeah, I remember we were sitting in the nail salon. And that's what I said. I want the Lord, that Lord that's in the Bible, up there, in my bed, up close and personal. That's what I want, and that's what I got. That's the Lord. So yes, I wake up in the morning and I say, good morning, Lord. You know, thank you that I'm still alive today. You know, because the enemy has tried to take me out many a times, but that's another story for next week. Yeah, so the conference has been going since 2006, and the Lord every year. I remember one of my committee members, this lady came up to me. She was at the conference, and she said, who do I make a donation to? And I said, oh, you see that lady over there in the Woman to Woman t-shirt, black tee. I says, just give it to her. And I carried on doing what I was doing. And then the committee member, she came up to me, she burst into tears, and she just opened up this check. I shan't even tell you how much the check was for. It was for hundreds. And when I say hundreds, I don't mean 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. I'm talking hundreds of pounds. And my mouth dropped open. I thought, what on earth? Because I didn't even know the lady. You know, so the Lord will provide. He has shown me that. And I was originally charging, I think it was $29.99 for the first year. Well, we had it at the drum. And then the second year, I went down to $19.99. And it was the second or the third year. And while I was doing the welcome address and the ladies were registering, the Lord said to me, give them all back their money. And I remember I had a discourse with the Lord in my mind and thinking, how am I going to pay for the food? How am I going to pay for the speakers? How am I going to pay for the musicians? Because I had it as it was the conference in the day, and in the night we had a concert, and the concert was just female musicians, that's female drummer, female bass player, female guitarist, female saxophonist, and female, and female singers and psalmists, and people giving testimonies at the concert, you know. So, but men and women could come to that, and the children. But the conference in the day, it was just the women. And so I said to the Lord, how am I going to pay for everybody? How am I going to pay? And He says, give the women back their money. And I had to give the women back their money. I gave the women back their money, and I relied on the Lord. Marvelous. He has done great things whereof I am so glad because he's proved himself to me so many times. I can't even tell you. He's proved himself so many times, and he doesn't have to, because who am I? Who am I? Oh, bless God. Bless the Lord. But anyway, and that didn't just happen once. You're going to flash that up again. God is good all the time and all the time. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Producer. God is good all the time and all the time. God is good. Yes, shake that tambourine. You best know. Every year the Lord provided, and I just kept saying, Lord, I need to get another job with paying me more money. and then he'd arranged for me. He arranged for me to be made redundant. And I want to pay for the woman. And I applied for a job. You know what? It's telling too much of my testimonies. Yeah. He provides. He's proved himself so many times. I don't even have to question. He provides. He provides. But I will say, GX, good night, Si. Yes, good night to you too. I know you're off to the studio, so thank you for watching. Anyway, I've seen him do just marvelous works. Now I promised myself I'm not going to go over, which I usually do. I'm not going to go over.
You are over.
I've gone over. I've gone over.
Good night, Si.
Okay. Listen, sorry. Just give me my time. Give me 1 minute. Wait. So please, everyone. I shall be on next week Thursday again, and the conference is next week Saturday. That's not this week Saturday. It's next week Saturday, the 18th of September, starting at 10:30. And we'll be giving you more details next week Thursday. We're publishing yes, you got the email address, which I would like you to register, woman2woman.org@yahoo.com. And we have our website. It's in my phone and I can't go into my phone. But anyway, we should be able to get a hold of that when you email me or the team at woman2woman.org@yahoo.com. Now, we'll be looking forward to seeing you. It's going to be 4 hours of great testimonies, poetry, presentations, workshops, and the glorious speakers. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. And we're going to have a wonderful time in the Lord as we do. And I do believe I should be leading praise and worship. I haven't been able to do that for, I don't think I've really led praise and worship, did I? 2010, since that time. Well, definitely not since the accident, because I haven't been able to. It was having the COVID, and last year, and ended up in the hospital. That they put me on the oxygen that blew out my lungs because I couldn't sing. But that's another testimony. What the enemy meant for bad, the Lord turned around for my good. Now, anyway, this is going to be the end now. I thank you all for watching, and I say good night, God bless, and thank you very much, Mr. Producer. We are out.